right, let's get you in for that verdict again against Dr. Tuerk. Let's see what the jury's decided.
Madam Foreperson, what say you as to indictment number 2020 CR 0138, charging the defendant Ingolf Tuerk with murder? Is he guilty of any offense charged?
He is.
Guilty of what?
He's guilty of voluntary manslaughter.
May the verdict be affirmed, Your Honor.
It may.
Members of the jury, hearken to your verdict as the court so recorded it. You on your oath do say that the defendant Ingolf Tuerk is guilty of the lesser included offense of voluntary manslaughter. So say you, Madam Foreperson?
Yes.
So say you all members of the jury?
Yes.
Thank you. May the verdict slip be filed and recorded.
It may be. All right, Judge, you can be seated. On behalf of the Superior Court and the trial court, I want to thank you for your time and sacrifice. Without your participation, our system does not work. So again, thanks for your time and sacrifice. It's my practice to come thank you personally in just a couple of minutes in the jury room. You have no obligation to stay. You are discharged, but I'll be in just a few minutes if you want to stay. And I want to thank you personally for your service. Okay.
All rise, please. Your Excellency.
Did they say voluntary manslaughter? Yep. I'll pick a date for sentencing. We'll have probation do the probation sentence. I'm not going to go right into sentencing right now.
You may be seated.
All right, Ms. Beatty?
Can I just have 1 minute to consult with the family?
Yes, of course.
Is tomorrow available?
No. May I please? I would be asking that the court would order a pre-sentence investigation. So I would ask that we defer sentencing for however long it takes for probation to do that.
All right, is there any objection to that?
I don't know that I have a basis to object.
Okay. All right, do you know how long that will take?
Usually a couple of weeks, I think, for probation. I don't know if, yeah, probation's here.
I'm not sure exactly how long you are right now.
Margaret?
Yes.
My experience, Your Honor, is here in Dedham, here in Plymouth and Barnstable, the three counties I know, generally about 2 weeks tops, 3 weeks tops.
All right, so let's put it over perhaps the week of May 5th.
May 7th, the Wednesday. But maybe we could do it at noon.
Sure.
For about a little time.
Just have a minute, please.
Yes. Do you want to check with the family, Ms. Beatty?
Yeah, that would be fine.
That's not a great day. I also don't have my calendar with me, I'm realizing. So can we pick a date, but then if we need to reschedule with the clerk, especially after we hear from probation about how much time we need. Mr. Reddington,
Yeah, fine.
what other day that week could you do?
Let me ask if May 15th might work. That's the following Thursday.
I'm told by probation they need a month, so that's
Okay.
May 15th? Or, I'm sorry, what date did you
Whatever
May
day
15th,
you schedule is fine.
Which is a Thursday.
Okay.
Even if I'm on trial, I'm sure a judge will allow me to come here for sentencing.
You want to do it at 12 that day, Margaret?
Or,
Does that work, the 15th, which is a Thursday? Why don't we do it at noon?
Can we do it at 2? Only because I've got like 10 cases in Fall River, Superior, and I'm just going to continue all of those and be here.
We can do the 16th at 2, if you want to do that.
16th is fine.
That's Friday.
Yep. I have to be in Dedham anyway. That's perfect.
Dr. Tuerk sounding like he was crying when he heard the jury verdict. Again, guilty of the lesser voluntary manslaughter. What that means is that it was not found to be done with malice or premeditation, but rather that he strangled Katie McLean in the heat of passion or upon reasonable provocation. Let me bring in to break all this down trial attorney Alexis Rosenberg. Alexis, are you surprised by this verdict or not?
I'm not. I think that it was pretty clear, the evidence that they put on, that there was during the heat of passion, that they were in this argument, they were known to get in arguments, and that he had no intent at the time to kill his wife.
Well, I guess I would push back and say that's only if you believe his version of what he told on the stand, which obviously they did choose to believe. There were some marks on him that were introduced into evidence, but not a significant number. And clearly they chose to believe his version of what happened, that she did hit him. There was with something, a blunt force, and he reacted, that he even demonstrated on the stand with one hand how he used one hand because he lost control, kind of blacked out, and then this happened. 6 hours, 14 minutes, clearly a lot of time that this jury spent deliberating to come up with the lesser. And it means that he faces now only up to 20 years. So talk about the sentencing phase and what you think. He doesn't have any criminal history of which we're aware.
So as you stated, the judge could sentence him up to 20 years, but during sentencing, they're going to take in mitigating, aggravating, and previous criminal record, whether, he could be released and rehabilitated, and all that is put into the formula. So yes, the judge could give him the 20 years, but he is going to take into consideration the fact that he has no previous record, so he could get much less.
Yeah, and he was facing life in prison. So how must it feel? Because again, he never denied that he did it. He never denied that he strangled Katie McLean, resulting in her death. But he just got saved from a life sentence with murder. And now he gets up to 20 years. He could get much less depending on what the court determines and what's decided during the sentencing phase. Is this, it's a huge win from my perspective. What do you think, and for his defense attorneys, how they might be feeling?
I agree with you. I think this is a huge win. I don't think the fact, he said he did it. I don't think there could have been a better outcome than what the jury ended up finding and convicting him of. So I think that his attorney sees it as a huge win. And I think the crying that we saw was out of relief. I mean, because like you said, he could spend the rest of his life potentially in jail if he would have been convicted of, a different charge.
Yeah, a big day for Dr. Tuerk as well as his defense attorneys. Again, the judge set the sentencing for May 16th at 2 p.m. Probation will be doing a pre-sentencing report for consideration at that time. They'll have the opportunity to present any evidence, witnesses, victim impact statements, etc.